Welcome to podcast 157.
Finally.
Hopefully this will work.
Yeah, we've had a couple of hiccups.
Needless to say, we are actually recording on our iPad. So it's a new device. Let us know if the clarity of the picture, if the sound is good. We hope that our delivery will be pleasant and you'll enjoy this next bit of time with us. My name is Dina. You can find me at The Knitting Place on Instagram, Ravelry, and Facebook.
I am Pam. You can find me as Pam Sapp on Ravelry and Instagram, and Pam Sapienza on Facebook.
Okay.
That's done. If you like the video, subscribe.
Give us
Hit
a
the
thumbs
bell,
up.
do whatever you do, give us a thumbs up, and we would certainly appreciate that.
100%. And if you hit subscribe, what that means is a lot of people didn't know what that meant. It means that when a video of ours drops on YouTube, you get a notification, and if your notifications are turned on.
Right.
You must turn on your notifications, and then you will be the first to know when we drop a new video.
But of course, you have to be lucky enough to see that notification when it comes through.
Right, you could be busy.
If you're busy
in the shower, who knows?
Then you're still
could
going
be
to
knitting.
miss it, right? So anyway, just check. So hopefully our drop dates have been now moved to Thursdays. So hopefully they're Thursdays.
Yes.
And if you're looking for a new video, you would find it Thursday or anytime after that.
Right. Okay.
What's up, Dina?
What's up? Well, a lot has changed since yesterday. My mother-in-law is here. Along with my niece and her boyfriend. So we are in full swing.
Did they travel together?
No, actually. My niece and her boyfriend came in from Guatemala, and my mother-in-law, last night.
They both came in together?
Yeah, a few hours apart. They came in the middle of the night.
Was her flight came in on time?
It did come in on time, actually, which was surprising.
We were curious because we had such a
not a hurricane.
We had a thunderstorm. The weather wasn't good yesterday.
Right. Although we have our eye on a thunderstorm that might be hitting on Sunday.
Really?
Yeah. My mother-in-law's nervous already.
Is she really?
Yes. I don't think she's ever lived through a hurricane.
Well, maybe she'll bring us some luck and it'll go somewhere else.
Hopefully. That's exactly what we need. We just needed to just stay off the coast.
Yeah, exactly.
Away in the water.
The coast,
exactly.
as they say. Yep.
So, what can I say? Had a beautiful weekend. Spent my last weekend. I feel like it was summer still.
Oh, it was.
You know,
it's been very warm the past week or 10 days.
So my girlfriend invited us out east.
Oh, that's right. You went out
east. It was,
yeah.
So we went to her beach house, which was interesting because it's amazing. Labor Day hits and then
empties out.
So
wonderful.
It was so wonderful because we were able to walk the streets. You didn't have to pay.
It wasn't as crowded.
To get into the beach. Yeah. You know, you didn't need parking or any. It was, all things were off.
So you should go before season or after season. Probably is the best time to go.
And I actually asked why people clear out. Like, why don't they hire the lifeguards to extend? Because it's clearly warmer out. The seasons are longer, it seems to feel. But a lot of the lifeguards are either college students, so they head back. And more importantly, the residents that come out, sports begins. Yeah, so if you're playing baseball or whatever team you're on, the kids have to get back for practice. Right. So once schools
I said the same thing at the pool. We were at the pool, and I was like, why, the weather is so warm. Why can't they keep it open for another 2 weeks?
It would make sense, right?
Because everything was so pretty. All the plantings are there, and everything is all, but they closed the pool, and you can't use it anymore.
Right.
Same reason they don't have lifeguards. Kids go to school.
Right.
And things like that. But
I feel like I'm off screen. We're dealing with a smaller screen. And
well, really, it's not.
It's the same?
Well, it's taller, and look at the width. It really looks almost the same size.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a better quality.
Maybe.
We'll see.
It just feels weird because the camera is over on the left of the iPad. I wonder if we turned it upright.
Yeah, but then you'd be narrower.
Right.
You wouldn't get us both in there, yeah.
Right.
We can try it.
Like landscape mode.
You can try it.
I feel like my eyes are going off screen. I'm going to focus on the camera over there.
Right there.
All right.
Funny.
What about you, Pam? How's your weekend?
It was fine. It was a quiet weekend. We on Saturday, my son Daniel came out, and my daughter was with us because her husband had to go upstate for a memorial service, so the kids came over.
Oh, nice.
So we had a nice day on Saturday and had a nice dinner. We made pasta vazul, which is like Italian soul food, Italian peasant food, I should say. And then on Sunday we went to church. It was the first day back to church after the summer. They call it Homecoming Sunday.
Okay.
I guess people who don't go to church in the summertime, for whatever reason, there's no Sunday school. So the girls came and they started Sunday school. And even Emily and Tyler came.
Oh, wow.
Which was nice. So
with Reese?
Yes, with the baby.
Wow.
They brought the baby too. So it was a full house. And then, we kind of, what did I do the rest of the day? Chilled out a little bit. Not too much else,
Okay.
But it
Well,
was
you
a
got
nice
knitting
day.
done.
On Sunday, I was
You
like
have an FO?
racing with those repeats. Yes, I wanted to get it done. I had, oh my gosh, I think I had 7 repeats to do. I maybe did 2 on Friday. I don't know, or maybe 1. I didn't do any on Friday because I started the Eschers. And that is what delayed me too.
Okay.
But anyway, so I did Sunday. So if I do a repeat now, then that's one less that I have to do later. But then not the problem, was the 3-needle bind off in that sleeve. I had to knit the sleeve, and that was I said, that's not going to take me that long. It takes longer than you think, right?
Yeah. Were you on a shorty?
I was on a 16-inch. I was able to do it on a 16-inch.
It's funny.
We had 68, right?
Yeah, I did it on a 16-inch, but for some reason, my other sleeve I did on a shorty.
Oh, was that right? I don't remember.
How crazy is that? So my tension was different. Remember, I re-knit my first sleeve twice.
Right. Which sleeve is the first sleeve? This sleeve. This is the first sleeve. This is the second sleeve. I know, and I kept looking at it to see if it looked the same. I didn't want it to look different, but it came out fine.
It's beautiful.
It came out fine.
Meryl's is here, too. I should go bring it.
Yeah.
It's done. Well, why don't you tell them what you used? I'm going to go get another one.
I used merino linen, which is 90 wool, 10 merino linen. Excuse me. It's 90 merino, 10 linen. I used the colorway brick. And if I were to stand up, you can see there is my thing. I added 2 repeats each on the front and the back. So technically my piece is 4 repeats wider, is what you would say, right?
Did you need a third skein?
I did. I needed a third skein for maybe 10 yards.
Are you kidding?
Yeah,
Just for the sleeve?
And then what I did was the other skein looked like it was a different color. It looked, different dye-line, of course. It looked darker. So I had a little bit left. So I kept doing around and around and around, alternating it because...
Can't tell.
Yeah.
Trying to blend it in.
You see where it came in over here? And I alternated from the beginning. I don't know why that one looks so dark, but in any event.
Hand-dyed yarn.
Yeah, it's hand-dyed yarn. I'm fine with it.
Of course. It's not like it's a big chunk. It's stripy. You just could see where the different dye line is.
But it's amazing. You just finish it, you 3-needle bind it off. I had the right stitch count. Actually, in full disclosure, I was off 1 stitch on one side.
Aha.
I had 53 instead of 54.
So what'd you do?
I just knit 2 together on the one that I
There you
had a
go.
lot.
It's okay.
I say.
It's all
It was
good.
the easiest way to resolve it, And
That's
when you're
not
down
something you would hem and haw
This is
over.
like 8 o'clock on Sunday night, and I haven't started knitting my sleevelet yet. So I was like,
Wow, so you were up.
That's what I'm saying. You were
determined to finish.
I pushed it, Which
for you.
I
It's
really
beautiful.
don't enjoy doing that, but it seems to me
Not
that
when you're
I
under-
always end up doing that.
Thank
Too
you.
often than not, I end up doing that.
That's how I am with the test knits. Always under pressure, and it's silly.
Right. And I'm
Trying
like, do you
to
ever just
stay
finish a project when you just
leisurely.
like, oh, I'm just going to finish it, and I'm so excited. I almost feel like I'm rushing that I've got to finish it for something.
I don't like that stress.
Yeah, well, that's how I felt on, but I still, listen, knowing what I had to do, I still started the Eschers on Friday. I could have done this on Friday, but I didn't. So
Too excited.
I did it to myself. So that was my weekend. So I was able to finally finish something. I have a pile. I don't know about you, Dina, but I have a
My pile is
I've
dwindling.
got 2 piles. But
The languishing knits.
I've got the girls' blankets. I've just too much stuff. I've got to get rid of it.
Well, I finished my Thea.
Yes.
This was in the bag, remember?
Oh, you got rid of that too?
I got rid of this too. So this is the Rainbow Twist. This is one of my FOs. This is the Rainbow Twist. I forgot who the designer is. Do we have it written down there?
Yeah, I do. It's Thao is the first name. Thao, Nguyen. Nigel, maybe.
If we are mispronouncing your name, we apologize.
Yes,
but it's called Rainbow
Twist.
It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I did
modified it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I used 1 skein of plump. If you recall, I used the original instructions when I knit it, and it was really narrow. For the modification, what I ended up doing was I cast on 27 stitches instead of 21. So there's 6 extra stitches. I also went down a size on the needle. As you can see, it's
just one size?
Nope. I went down several.
You did?
On a 13.
So. Yeah.
So for the cables, I will put this on my Ravelry page. I did a cable 18 instead of a cable 14, which means you half the number of stitches. If you've never done a cable before, this is a fun one to start. The only challenging part is that you have more stitches to do the twist. But you have a cable twist to the front.
So how many stitches do you have? 27?
27.
And 18 was the
first cable.
And
then the last cable was 18. So for those of you who are new to cabling.
I'm sorry, Dina, say that again. How much was the first? Would you say the first and the second?
It's cable 18.
Yeah.
Let's say
it's always 18.
It's 18.
Okay.
So you would hold 9 stitches to the back.
Gotcha.
Knit 9 from the cable needle, and knit the remaining 9.
So in this particular pattern, all the stitches in the row are being used to do the cable. There's nothing that's like knit 3, then start the cable.
No, there is. You begin with the first 18 as a cable, knit the remainder, knit a certain number of rows, then you knit 9,
I gotcha.
And then you cable the last 18.
Gotcha,
it's shifting.
It's shifting, yeah.
Lovely. It almost looks like a challah.
I made this out of the Spin Cycle, old, super chunky.
I feel like this is like their revamped.
Right, but it's not as thick as the other one.
And it's much softer, I think.
Right, and I loved wearing that piece. I'm going to have to make a couple of those because I love wearing that. It just sits at your neck. It's not bulky. It keeps your neck warm. If you like that, I happen to like that.
Now, I do want to say that I had some left over. I'm hoping that
I was just going to ask you. You didn't use the whole skein,
did not.
You?
So I do have this amount left over.
There are 98 yards in a skein of plump, so that looks like maybe you used 90 yards.
Yeah, about that. So I did make it shorter. I think, not shorter. When I originally knitted, I think I followed the instructions, and then I like it tighter on the neck, so I went 20 inches.
What does the pattern tell you to do?
I'll be honest, I don't know. We'll have to look it up.
Look it up. So there you go. So now you know what Dina's modifications are.
Yes, and I'll put it on my Ravelry page if you want a shortcut, or you always want to remember it. You can look up the knitting place on Ravelry, and this will be on my project page. It took 1 skein, US number 13, cast on 27 stitches.
27. Yep. There you go. There you go.
So that's that.
That's the rainbow twist. That's what Dina's wearing. And this is, I don't think I said what this is called.
I don't know.
I didn't have it. It's Dune Drifter from Wool and Pines. So it's a great pattern. It's knit sideways. And I used, Dina did hers with 2 skeins, correct? With nothing left over.
Yes, I did.
However, we did make it longer.
Oh, we did modifications. We added stitches. I need to put mine on my project page.
I made my longer, and I had added more repeats to it.
Right.
So, we did the 4th size, I think.
Yes,
the 4th
I added
size.
Length, but I did not add repeats.
Right. So you can use that as a baseline for whatever you're doing. If you're making a size smaller, for sure only 2. If you're not making it longer, then for sure you can even make a larger size probably.
Right.
So
now I will say that we got a beautiful delivery, and by the way, thank you for all the love on the new Knitting Place yarn.
Oh yeah.
Your compliments and your your admiration for the colors are they warm my heart. People have asked, what can we do with the yarn? For starters, the merino linen, I think it has 300 and...
It's got more yardage, actually.
No, not the sport. The merino linen.
The merino linen doesn't.
I think it might actually be the same.
Yeah, I think it is the same.
Yeah,
it's
$393.
It has more yardage.
Is it $393?
Yeah, $393, yes. Mm-hmm.
So it's the same yardage, and I do need to update the website. For those of you who asked, the sport weight has 388 yards per skein. Yeah. So that's a little bit different than most of the...
nice yardage.
Nice yardage. It's a soft, beautiful twist. It's 2-ply. It's lovely yarn.
You're talking about the sport.
The sport weight.
Right. So you could, with the merino linen, you could make
2 or 3 skeins. Right.
Now, I believe there are kits on the website for this.
Dune Drifter.
Right. Yeah. But they're made with 2 skeins, so just look at your sizing and look at what you want to do, and
right,
buy accordingly. If you need to add another skein, add another skein.
Right. I'm going to just cover my second FO before we get started, before we move on. Okay, so my next FO is my Jora. I'm so thrilled with it. I finally finished it. Clearly, I'm way past the deadline.
That's fine.
This has been published. The kits are available for purchase on Ravelry, on the website.
Just this
all
color?
of them, all of them. This is my version. I should put it on.
You should put it on. Yeah, why not? Take your jacket off.
Give me a moment. I'll be right back.
Dina's gonna change.
Oh wait, here, show them this. This is Merrill's.
What yarn did Merrill use?
Merrill used Pika Pika.
Look at that. Now I'm going to go farther away so the color doesn't get blown out. She did a size smaller than what we did, but you can see how lovely it is. It's a beautiful yellow color. I don't know the name of the color. Do you? You don't know, do you?
No, I don't know.
Yeah. She used Pika Pika, which is, I think, isn't Pika Pika alpaca in wool? Is that what it is? Alpaca in wool?
Maybe.
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure.
I cheated. I didn't take
But there
my
you go.
underneath shirt
That's
off.
Merrill's. Oh, you don't. Oh, you have it. That's okay.
You'll see my t-shirt underneath, but
There
this
you
is
go.
my Jora.
Very
It's too
nice.
hot to wear it today, so I didn't wear it to the shop, but I most definitely will get a lot of use out of it.
You
Here's the
definitely
bubble
will.
pattern.
Very pretty, Dina.
There's like a bubble motif. I don't know if you could see it.
Hold on, let me go. I'll get that, Dina. Go ahead. You keep
Sorry,
talking.
there's someone at the door.
You keep
So
talking.
this is the Jora. I absolutely love it. I gave it some steam. I didn't quite wet block it yet. I'm not sure that I'm going to. So yeah, here it is. Super exciting. So finally done. And the pattern has been published. It's by Natasja Hornby. You can find the pattern on Ravelry. I used Kokon for the colors. They're all listed on the website, and matching mohair. And fingering weight with matching mohair was actually used throughout the entire project. I think that you could probably use maybe a DK weight yarn. If you didn't want to use mohair, you could modify it and just use a single strand of that. So that is my Jora. What am I going to say? I'm going to show you my whip. Speaking of Natasja, I have a new cast on. This is the only whip that I brought today. It's called the Malin, and I have to say I'm really loving it. It's a beautiful, beautiful cardigan. I can show you the stitch motif so far. I'm using a yarn called Aurora 8.
Oh, that's your next test knit.
Yes. Sorry, I stored it on my whips.
That's okay.
Here it is. It's got a beautiful saddle shoulder. Beautiful pattern stitch. And I actually just completed both fronts. And I'm ready to join it in the round. So here it is. It's called Malin. You can find it on Natasha's Instagram page if you want to see a better look at it.
Malon or
Malin.
Malin. Okay,
Malin.
Nice.
So it's a fun stitch. It's again mosaic knitting. There's no.
It's amazing what you can do with mosaic knitting.
Unbelievable.
It's so pretty.
Unbelievable.
It's even. I hate to say it's even. I mean, this is nice. You
I'm
know.
gonna take it off now, guys.
But I think you can do more things with the other. Sometimes it seems to me. So I'm going to show my whip. I mentioned before I started the Escher. I cheated on Friday night before I finished my Dune Drifter, and I am using Clinton Cashmere, the Onyx, and the I guess we're calling
Okay,
this-
can anyone take bets as to which colors Pam used?
There you go. That's a good representation. There it is.
There it
Not
is.
getting blown out. And this is
Believe
what I
it or not,
started.
it's not the white. although it's getting blown out a little bit. Maybe if I come.
No, if you go like this, if you hold it, no, you got to come further away. Back more. It still looks like white. That's better.
Do you want to show it next to it?
There you go.
It's light sand and onyx. So almost white, but not quite.
Not quite. But it's a lovely knit. I am almost I have 2 more repeats to do before I start going straight. And that's it. Now, she did say in her pattern, well, you had someone come into the store who used all of it, you said, right?
She didn't complete it. Absolutely breathtaking. Christine did the white and the onyx. It's gorgeous.
Right. It's very pretty.
Very pretty.
There you
Is
go.
it a fun pattern stitch?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, listen, you have to have your iPad. You're not going to just take it and sit and knit and have a conversation with someone because, I mean, you may, depending on how well you concentrate, you have to know where you are. I use the Knit Companion on my iPad, and it so I can see where I am. So, I mean, it's not hard, though. You just have to be mindful of where you are, and whatever. And move it around. But that's it. It's fun. I'm looking forward to doing more of it. But again, it's something that you have to be able to concentrate.
Yes.
It's
funny because I'm doing the Malin by Natasja. And again, it's a mosaic, and I'm thinking, oh my God, how am I ever going to figure this pattern out? Well, I do have it committed to memory.
You
now.
do?
Yes,
Good,
the
good.
mosaic.
Now, don't knit anything else that's going to interfere with that. Or don't put it down for too many days.
I got it. I could read the pattern. I'm good. I feel confident.
It's almost like a game, right, that you play to make sure you can remember.
Yeah, but it's amazing because you're really exercising the brain. You know how they say knitting is good for the brain?
Yep.
It's
closer to me.
Sorry, I'm off screen. I'm having a hot flash, so I don't want to radiate heat onto
fine.
you.
I'm fine.
I feel my chest. I'm burning up.
Is that right?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So it's definitely interesting, and now I know why I mess up if I'm doing too many things.
Why?
It's true because you're remembering a pattern. Like for example, if I were doing this stitch motif. Yes, this is lace, but the counting that's involved, if it throws off the counting on my, Fair Isle or mosaic knitting, it's easier to stick to. Have a simple basic, stockinette.
Yep.
If you get past a yoke, I always tell customers, and I should really take my own advice. If you get past color work in a yoke and you're down at the body and it's all knit in the round, then that's already your easy knitting. Try something more challenging. Yeah. But anyway, it's good that it's committed to memory because I thought it would take forever to knit.
Well, you've made a lot of progress on that.
You think so?
Yeah,
well,
I think so.
The good news is last night we were supposed to podcast. I had one front undone.
Yeah.
I was able to complete the second front this morning.
There you go.
So it's growing.
Yeah, yesterday I got home.
How frustrated were you?
Yeah, it was very frustrating.
Oh my goodness. Yesterday we were so frustrated.
Yeah, we couldn't, we were having technical issues and we weren't able to podcast. And even today it looked like we might not get on.
I know.
But we were able to do it.
Yeah, we'll see how this works out. What was I going to say? So in lieu of doing the podcast yesterday, we did go live and we announced our next knit along.
We did.
So it seemed like there was more, what is it, like the vote went more towards the heirloom quilt?
I think so, probably. But probably. I think so.
I mean, I think it was a little bit more. I did get a couple of emails saying that they wanted heirloom, so I think between the people who left comments, their ticker kind of leaned.
But it doesn't mean we're not going to do the other one.
No. You said you wanted to do the Itasca.
I do want to do the other one, sure.
Right, so just stay tuned. We'll be doing both. But we are going to start with the heirloom quilt cardigan, and I'm looking over there because all of our kits are there. We were so slammed today that I didn't have a chance to mail out any of the kits. Right. So I will show you some of the or all the kits that we have, although some of them are pre-sold because after our Instagram live,
some people wanted them,
people jumped on. It doesn't mean that we're going to stop making kits. This first round of kits that we made include only DK. The designer actually wrote the pattern for using double fingering. Double fingering is a lovely way to achieve a DK weight yarn. Here's the pattern. It's called the Heirloom Quilt Cardigan, and it's designed by...
Here we go again. Designed by Katryn. There's no H in there. Seeburger.
Katryn Seeburger, and I will hopefully be able to include that in the show notes.
And it's on Ravelry.
Of course, it's on Ravelry. It's a $12 pattern. The pattern is not included in our knit-along price. You'll have to purchase that separately, and of course, the kit is not included in the...
Right, and you don't need to purchase the kit to participate in the knit-along.
Correct.
You can do it. It's a great project. Dana and I were both saying to stash dive, to see what your color palette is that you have at home. You may have a few colors, that you want to use. And, we all have that skein of yarn that we love, but we haven't used it, right?
It's a great way to, or even for a pop of color. If you're looking for just like a little bit of a pop.
Sure.
You don't have to be limited to the 6 colors that, the designer is calling for. Another thing I mentioned to Pam is, you all know how much I love mohair. I'm thinking of maybe inserting mohair in the inner motifs. So that's another way of, if you have leftover mohair in different colors, you could just
do that as well. Layer
that in and just give the texture. So speaking of texture, we also, I'm looking at the table and the kits. We went with hand-dyed yarn that is tweeded as well as speckled, and some are solid.
Yeah, we mixed
so you'll see a variety, which is really nice. I hope that doesn't come up on
No, I don't
the
think
screen.
it will. I don't think so.
Sorry, texts are coming through on the iPad. So let's get started. We're going to show you some of the kits. Hopefully some of you are inspired. You certainly could buy a kit and not take the class. You could take the class and not buy a kit.
You can do whatever you want.
Right.
We will say it comes in 3 sizes. The first size has a 50-inch circumference. The second is a 70-inch circumference. It is oversized, as you can tell. And the third is about 78, 79-inch circumference. Our kits are for
the smallest size.
However, there will be some extra yarn.
Yes, we included a second skein of what we called the main color. Main color being if you wanted to have the ribbing and maybe make 2 sleeves the same.
Right.
If you choose to have a different color as the main color, as long as we have it available, you most certainly could request that.
She has on this, I don't know if you can see, one sleeve is like a toffee color and the other is kind of an off-white, a beige color.
Let me put my glasses on.
So she has done that.
Yes, and I think it's the toffee sleeve that she actually ran out of yarn and she edged it in the oatmeal or light sand color. So anything really goes. You don't necessarily need to follow the diagram exactly as is.
And since our kits are made with DK weight yarn, if she says 1,000 yards of something, ours would have been 500 because we weren't doubling it.
Correct.
Okay, so the first kit we're going to show you kind of stays in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. This must be this way.
So while Pam is pulling out the colors, I will say our knit along is going to have 4 official classes. They're going to be 1-hour classes. There are lots of techniques that are involved in this particular knit. It's knitting fair isle flat, so you'll have color work on the knit and the purl side. Do you need help?
If you could hold the main color up.
This was the main color.
So that main color is also going to be in with all of these other colors. The motif, as you saw in the pattern, it's like your traditional star quilt pattern.
Yes.
But you can blend. I mean, any combination of 2 colors you can do.
These 2 may be blended. These 2, these 2, these 2.
I mean,
anything goes. This could be working sprinkled in throughout.
Right.
We're thinking of this as the main being the ribbing at the bottom, the ribbing all around the neck, and maybe even for each sleeve.
Correct.
Now, you would have enough to do 2 different color sleeves if you wanted. We're just suggesting that if you want the additional skein if you want to have more balance. Some
Right.
people aren't a fan of having too many different colored sleeves.
Right. Right.
So 4 classes. So there's color work flat that we're going to be going over. There's the mattress stitch, which involves the seaming. There's going to be, what else did we say? Picking up stitches,
Tubular cast on.
tubular bind off. So there are lots of techniques that we
Sewing it
will help
together,
assist.
right.
The mattress stitch.
And the thing I love about it is they're small squares, so it's a portable project.
They're portable,
Very
right.
portable. Okay, go ahead, Diana.
Now, if you do purchase the pattern, you will see that as it's written for 3 different sizes, it's interesting because the smallest cardigan, smallest size, actually requires more motifs.
Right.
It's based on the actual stitch count of the square, and then the medium and larger size have more stitches. Now, I will tell you, some people have come into the shop today and they expressed concern that the pattern was going to be too large or too boxy. Well, you can always go down a size in the yarn. You don't need to do DK. You can always use a sport weight yarn,
Right.
and you can certainly knit your squares and have them smaller in width. If that is something that you are interested in doing, look at the pattern, look at the stitch
Really
count.
look at the pattern. This is the kind of pattern that if you really want to do it, we'd get the pattern and just read it.
Oh, you have
Just
to,
read it.
you have to read
There's
it,
a lot
do a
of
little
information.
diligence. But I will tell you that you can reduce the width size, not by omitting a square because
Right.
everything is balanced, but
Right.
you can certainly make it with a thinner yarn.
Right.
And we can assist with that.
Right.
That's one of the things that we will cover in
So the vibe on this
knit along.
on this kit is a little different. It's pinks and blues with some aqua. So if you can imagine, Dinah, if you could have a square that has this as the main color and that as the star,
Correct.
or vice versa.
You
Or
could put the water.
you could put the pink with this. You could put this
They
with
all
that.
play with, all the colors
this
play with
that.
one
so
another.
they all, and that's what you really want to do. Now
Right.
again, because Dinah's holding, what is that called, Dinah?
This is called Morning Glory,
That we saw as
by-
being the main color in that particular.
7th floor yarn. This is the purple,
Yep.
and it would be the edging, and it could also be a sleeve.
Yep.
Unless you wanted 2 different color sleeves,
You could
you could
certainly
cuff
do
it
that,
and do
yeah.
all the ribbing in the Morning Glory to give the whole piece unity.
Right.
You know, the
And maybe you
front
want
bands,
you want a different main color.
you could want
could
a
do
different
that.
right,
You do
absolutely.
that.
This is another great kit. This here is called Cactus. It's a really dark green. We have that paired with Rye Bourbon, Natural,
Great Gray Owl, Fire, Time. Oh, that's gorgeous.
that's beautiful.
Hold on, I'm losing it. There I go. And the last one is IPA. Oh,
That's stunning.
and that's your main color. And
Right.
that cactus, I don't know if you can see, it's a really deep shaded green. Lovely.
Love it.
Yeah, love that one myself. You put that fire in there, it really
It just
pops
gives
it,
a
right?
nice pop.
Just gives it a nice pop. And you do need some pops too, right? Did we
Yes,
decide
you
that?
want high contrast, although not everybody wants that. But when you do the high contrast, it gives a little bit of, it makes some of the other colors pop,
Absolutely.
make them a little more vibrant.
Now this is a real pop. Look at that.
That's a fun one.
For all the neon lovers, we decided to do one with the bright colors, and we, tied it all together with
With the
onyx. Yeah, look at that.
So this is black, wowie, gray out, charcoal, buzzword, silver fox, and button jar blue.
How
That's a
pretty
fun
is
one.
that? That's a great one. Take that one.
So a lot of the customers who came in today, today was a day about heirloom quilts. They asked what colorway I was going to pick. I haven't necessarily picked a colorway, but I can thank Meryl. It was called the Sea Glass Tea. I don't know if you all remember. I was knitting that in fingering weight yarn. And I think I might frog that and use a lot of that fingering weight because there was a bunch that I pulled.
Good.
And I could probably, I might end up throwing in a tweed, like a DK tweed. I might be mixing it up. I definitely think I'm going to throw some mohair in. I haven't quite decided which way I'm going to
The
go.
reality is you have a lot of different options. Now, of course, when Dina and I were making kits, we can't do all of that to make kits. You know, you could certainly curate your own. You could pick some colors that you like of a DK weight yarn.
Yeah, I'm loving this kit. We were able to
Yes.
reassemble this one.
So this is, Dina's got the main color in her hand.
So now my sea glass tea, I feel like had these color vibe, like this kind of vibe with the rye bourbon, you know.
Yeah, it's
I love
rye
this.
bourbon with leaf fall, with ash,
Matcha,
and
jungle.
Look at this one.
That's a stunning kit. So we were able to rebuild this one. This one happened to be one that we could redo, so it's still available. So if any of you went on the website and you saw that some of the kits sold out, we actually replenished with new ones.
Right.
There are 2 new ones. The one that we showed you earlier with Morning Glory was a new one. We were able to replenish the one with the Raging.
I think a skein.
And
It's a runaway skein, Dina.
okay.
It's the, where did it go? I don't see it. Okay, let's skip that one for now. Let's go to this one.
Was that the,
Yeah, there's
Ash.
something missing. Yeah, I thought
think
it was
it's
a gray
ash.
skein, but now I don't see it.
you want to use the ash from there?
Was it ash or was it solid? I don't know.
I'll look.
I can check on the phone.
Sorry, we have
see
a
it on the
runaway
floor.
skein.
Is it this one? 1, 2, 3, 4. I bet you it was this, Dina. No, I'm not sure.
It's a Star Scatter.
Yep.
It's with
It's got the onyx.
the light gray.
It's this one.
Yes.
Here. Okay, good. Well, let's do this one now.
Okay. So is this the one that
We
Susan?
re- we
So we
rebuilt.
rebuilt this one, but it's
Slightly
slightly different. This one is called Nocturne. That is the main color, and as you can see, it's a layered blue
Oh, that's
from
such a pretty
Madeline
color,
Tosh.
the nocturne.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
We have that with Asphalt, which is a very pretty
Slightly speckled.
speckled.
Very mildly. It's got some. It looks like color. It looks like saffron is in there.
Yeah, very pretty. Or the tart.
Or the tart. This is tart.
Love that.
This is IPA.
Nice, pretty gold.
Silver Fox, and this is lovely. This is Undergrowth.
Right. So I think what we're missing here, what we didn't have, was the Winter Wheat, which was one of the tweeds.
So we
But
put
it certainly,
this in.
yep, we went for color. It
Yep.
didn't necessarily have to have the tweed.
Exactly.
So that's a
that
beautiful
one.
kit.
That is a
So
very
slightly
pretty
different
kit.
because we couldn't quite replenish the one that we originally had. You know, I always hate to say there's always more kits, but when you're watching the live or if you're looking or contemplating a kit, sometimes I always
Too
say if
many
you really
colors, yeah.
love it,
Right.
then jump on it. I think that one's not in it. Here, it's right. Oh, no, it is. It's right here.
You have it?
Yep.
So you have that.
This is the Onyx.
You have this.
Then we have Phantasm.
Natural.
actually
Elizabeth
called
Taylor. Star Scatter. And Gray.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's not it.
Absolutely gorgeous. So this is a very
That's
Dina
a very
kit.
pretty. That is
It
a
is.
You have to
This-
do that, Dina.
This is a
Or
Dina
something
kit.
like it,
Yeah,
right?
this is very pretty. I like that one.
Get rid of
That
one.
These 3 colors are just the
They're
bomb.
gorgeous together. aren't they? Even I like them, Dina.
Yeah.
Even I like them. We did this one. We did this one. Let's do this one.
Okay. This one here is a colorway called Double Trouble, which I'm not sure if you could see it, but it's a really dark navy. Absolutely gorgeous with the tweed. This is another fun kit. We have this one here paired with Wino Forever, so you can see the contrast and like the bit of pop. That's a colorway called Zephyr. It's from Hedgehog Fibers. It's getting blown out. There it is. Really pretty.
Undergrowth.
See
Calypso.
if we can get closer.
Calypso. And Route 66.
Why is it blown out?
Well, it's not bad. The cream is blown out, but that always blows out.
Let me see if I can get rid of it.
Yeah.
There it is.
And in this one, the onyx that Dinah's holding
No,
is...
it's actually, no, it's Double
Oh,
Trouble.
it's Double Trouble. Excuse
Yep.
me. Deep shade of... It's a deep navy.
How gorgeous. There you go.
There you go. That's
Stunning.
lovely. Very pretty.
It's a pretty kit.
Okay.
Is that the one with the Route 66?
Yes, it
Yeah,
is,
so the
it
Route
is.
66 is denim-y. It looks really good with jeans and stuff. Okay, this next one we anchored with onyx. Now, for those of you who feel like you wouldn't need an extra skein, by all means, you can always send us a comment and we'll be happy to credit you for a skein. This one is called Matchstick.
Water, Silver Fox, Follow the Yellow Brick Road,
Love it.
and Dolphin.
This is
you go. So go ahead.
starting again.
So let's do this one.
Onyx, Matchstick,
Water, Silver Fox, Yellow Brick, Follow the Yellow Brick Road,
this is a great kit for jeans as well.
and Dolphin.
Beautiful.
That's a
It's
pretty
another pretty kit.
Yeah,
It's
very
unusual.
Yep.
Actually,
What were you going to say?
that might be a good vibe for me.
Yeah.
Something different
Something
than what I always
different,
do.
Well, there's nothing wrong going with the denims and the blues. You
No.
can wear that with everything.
Yeah.
Okay. We did this one. We did that one, right, Dina, just now? That
The
one?
flash dance, we didn't show that one.
Okay, here we go. Just flash dance.
So this here is Flash Dance is the main color. Now we're trying to reach out to Madeline Tosh. I do have an order in the queue, so I'm hoping that we will get our order dyed. If some of these kits you'd like replicated, we will try to do that for you. So here I have Matchstick, which is our main color. Then we have Wowee, Down Under.
Water, Silver Fox, and Birthday Cake.
That is a fabulous
That's a
kit.
very pretty cake.
So the kit that we replicated had Morning Glory. It was this kit, except we had a different purple.
Exactly.
The Morning Glory, which was a tweed. So this kit sold right away, so we were able to replenish one that is similar, but not quite the same.
I have to leave the table now.
Oh, I'm sorry, Pam.
That's okay. That's fine. And we'll just go over to the other side.
Hope you guys like this new format
I will
with
go
the...
to the other side.
You're like
you
on the
go,
other
Dina.
side of the tracks.
There you go.
Okay. This one here is called Jabberwocky. Almost said the
This
wrong
is a
word.
lovely one too. I have to say.
Everything but the kitchen sink, Pebbles, IPA,
Ash, and Phantasm.
fabulous.
That's a fabulous kit.
It's another good one.
It's a good one. That is a very good one.
Pam, that's a very you
It
kit.
is a very new kit.
It's very you.
The next one is lovely though too. They're
We
all
have more?
nice. Oh yeah,
2 more?
3 more.
Oh boy, there's 3 more, so bear with us. This next one is called Ristretto.
This
This is another beauty.
This is a very pretty one.
I think
This also has kind of a denim vibe with the. What are you looking for?
I'm trying to think if this is the one that I tried to. No, it isn't. Okay, this is another beautiful one. Not chocolate. Ristretto, Pink Mist, Smoke Tree, Matchstick,
Rocinante,
Petrol.
and Scout.
It's gorgeous.
That's a beautiful one.
That's a beautiful kit.
Love that. Hold on one second.
Not a problem.
2 more.
2 more kits. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Should I tell them what we
What we want.
something new in stock, or should I hold off?
No, hold on. Well,
I'll hold off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold
So this next one for the main color is called Sinfully Decadent, which is a beautiful, almost like a reddish brown.
on. Oh, it's a gorgeous color.
Gorgeous,
Simply
beautiful.
Decadent. I don't know what that's called.
This one is no name.
That's a spun right round. I can't think of the
Yeah.
name. It's escaping me. Wheat,
Winter Wheat.
Pluto, Ash, and
The Zinger.
what is it? Tobacco.
Tobacco.
Isn't that gorgeous?
That's beautiful.
It's a beautiful
So this
kit.
is more subdued
Mhm.
because you kind of have all the earth tones, almost like, I don't want to say
Right.
animal print, but you know,
Yeah,
that
it's
kind
almost
of
like an animal
print.
It's like a tiger's eye. Almost.
Yes, almost like a tiger's eye. But just a little bit of a pop with the tobacco, even though it's not as bold as an
And I
IPA.
also love this one too. This is also Sinfully Decadent.
Okay, Sinfully Decadent.
Oh, I love these colors.
So this kit was inspired closest to the,
Hers.
the designers right there.
Sinfully Decadent. Then this is a color called Snake.
Snake,
Very deep green. Blushing.
Blushing is a tweed.
Maple. Look at that.
It's actually a light pink. It's getting a little washed out.
Natural. Like, of course, natural is blowing out. And then rye bourbon. There you go.
That's beautiful.
It's a great kit.
So that's
Beautiful,
actually a very
beautiful.
light pink. You'll see it closer up, maybe better in color on the website.
Now, of course, we could have gone on and on making kits.
Kits can be endless. We
I think we have 12.
have about 11 or 12 options on the website. If there's something that you were looking for that you didn't see, maybe we didn't cover all the colors, by all means, reach out, email us, and we'll try to make something happen for you.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so not sure if we mentioned it. Oh, by the way, I'm looking at Plump. It took one skein to make the rainbow twist cowl. One single skein is all you need. We have all the colors on the website. The colorway that I knit was Ghost Ranch, and that colorway is out of stock.
It is out of stock, huh?
Sold out.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so that one went, but we have lots
But
of
there are
other.
other nice ones.
Of
There
course,
are over
yeah.
10 colors available in there.
We sold like
What we should have mentioned, Dinah, was the restock in Clinton that came in.
yes.
Yeah, we got a couple of new colors for the Eschers that I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the colorways was black, and this is what the customer made today,
Yes,
right?
Christine.
Yeah, so this is black
and white.
And white versus
This is
what I
what-
have, which is the black and
Exactly.
sand.
Right. This was what most of you were voting for.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. I don't have a picture of it to actually share with you right at the moment, but it's a beautiful combination. We have the indigo in. One of our clients is making the minimalist shawl. So we have more stock in this colorway. And
It's a great blue.
It's a beautiful blue. And that would make it
French
gorgeous.
gray.
Escher's Dream Scarf.
And this was a customer request, right, Diane?
Yes. So we created this kit. It's the passion pink and olive.
Isn't that
I
pretty?
think this is stunning. It is so baller.
It is.
My daughter-in-law would be proud of me for using that word.
I've never heard of it before.
But it's a very strong combination.
There you go.
And then we love this one. This is her the new lavender. And I know this is really coming up like black, but it's not. It's a very deep navy, and you can really see the color differentiation right here.
Right.
But it pairs beautifully with the new lavender.
But we wanted to show you those new colors that came in.
And of course, all the other kits are on the website. Feel free to check them out.
New in shop.
New in shop. We are restocked in our Kokon yarn. This here is the Kokon blue in the speckle dipped. We have Plume, which is a beautiful colorway. It's pink with the gray and white speckle. I will tell you that the label is labeled Dreamy. It's not. It is called Plume. However, this is Dreamy. Very pretty. It's a very light lavender, and it's got the very pretty beige.
And again, this is a fingering weight organic non-superwash. And it has, does it have the yardage on it, Dinah? Must
No,
have the
it
yardage.
has the SKU 437.
Right, 437 yards. This is what Dinah made her tricero out of.
Yes.
So it's lovely if you have a shawl
I think
in
it was
mind
3
or a
skeins I
sweater.
took.
Yeah, I think so. It's a lot of yardage in it, so that's a very, very nice restock in that, right?
Yes.
We also, I wanted to show the color. Can I go get it, the spin cycle?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We had a huge delivery of Spin Cycle. We have new colors in Dyed in the Wool restocked, and new, not new colors. We have a restock in Dyed in the Wool as well as Dream State, and we have 2 new colors in the shop, the Dear Diary in Dream State and Purse First. I understand that Dream State Purse First, I think, maybe sold out on the Spin Cycle website, and she did mention she wanted us to share with you if we have it in stock. This colorway is called Dear Diary.
Was this sold out?
No.
Which
Do you
one?
have the Purse First in Dream State? It's a darker color,
Okay.
the darker purple. Sorry, Pammy.
In Dream State?
Yes. It may be on the table. This is Dear Diary in the Dream State, and you can see it here in Dyed in the Wool. So we have those 2 bases as well as restock in a slew of other colors. I'm looking for my invoice. I don't have it here.
This is the purse first.
Yes.
Is that what sold out?
Yes. This is Purse First.
Well, look at that.
Fabulous
With this one.
color.
Cal, that could be a
This is Dream
shift.
State.
Oh, it's Dream State.
Dream State. So we can
Make a
definitely use
thicker
this
one.
for the night shift. Absolutely. But look at all the colors layered in there. Purse First. So we
Well,
didn't
they
get this
sold
one.
out of it.
Yeah.
We don't have it in Dye in the Wool, but we
No,
have it in
exactly.
And this is the Dear Diary.
Right. So lovely new colors.
Yep.
I'm not sure if you all saw the new pattern, the Warp and Weft Raglan, designed by Jessie May Designs. It's available on our website. We sold a bunch of kits. I'm just going to show you one colorway. It takes Dream State, and it's paired with.
This is it. If you haven't seen it.
Oh, thank you, Pam.
No, hers is very short. So
We didn't modify the design. We
if you included yarn so that you wouldn't be short if you wanted to make it a little longer.
Right.
Because I know I wouldn't be wearing it that short.
right. So we just assumed that we should add a little bit extra. So this particular kit, we did add new kits because a lot of them, several of them sold out. So this is just one. We're not going to go through all the kits. We just want to share with you that we used 4 skeins of Malabrigo Rios
And 5 skeins.
and 5 skeins of the Dream State. A lot of you have requested more main color being in either the charcoal gray or the black. We added some more. You can find them on the website, and we have a new delivery coming in, so stay tuned if you're looking for
go.
something.
You can
more
check that out on the
specific.
website.
Yeah.
And look at the pattern on Ravelry. We like that one. It's
Yes.
a fun pattern. And if you look at, also, I would recommend you look at the project page because you'll see people that made it longer,
Yes,
you know.
absolutely. Longer if they did modifications.
Right. I think there was a modification which she does give you in the pattern. If you don't want the sleeves as wide as how she designed them, there is a modification in the pattern for a narrower sleeve than what she wrote. So that's also very good.
All right. So look for our knit along. The class will be up for you to sign up if you're
Did we give the
interested.
dates when it starts?
No.
Okay.
We're looking to start October 3rd, and I think it's going to run, because this is quite a big piece, we're going to have it run through just before Thanksgiving. So it's
It'll
not
end
good.
the week of Thanksgiving.
Right. So this is a cardigan knit along, and you will learn how to do the color work flat,
Yes.
which includes purling in the color work. You will have, we will
Sew it
assist
together.
in, yes, showing you how to do the mattress stitch, blocking the squares, picking up stitches, tubular bind off, all those fun things.
All the fun things that make it your project. To
There
make
you
it
go.
Yours, right?
There you go. Skill building, as they say. I think that's it.
I think that's all we got.
Yeah,
I think that's enough.
it's enough.
Enough to think about for now.
There you go.
We do have some new deliveries coming in, so stay tuned. It's a busy weekend. Dinah has her holidays this weekend,
but
so the shop will be closed on Friday.
thank you for the announcement.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Forgot.
Reopening again on Tuesday, but we are always here on Monday, filling orders, stocking shelves, taking
Podcasting.
pictures, podcasting. So
Hopefully.
hopefully, that's right. And so we will have some new things to show you next week.
There you go.
So stay tuned.
All right. Have a great night, or actually,
Anyone who
wonderful day.
celebrates, have a happy
happy and
New
a
Year.
healthy New Year.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Look at
And
me, I knew that.
Thank you.
How did I
Pam.
know that?
Thanks.
Is there any special food that I should be looking for?
Apples and honey. We want a sweet New Year.
Okay, so anything else though?
Honey
Is
cake.
there anything that you make? How about those little honey cookies?
The honey
Are
cookies.
you going to have the honey cookies?
There's honey cookies. My mother made the almond cookies. She makes.
Your mother made the almond cookies.
Yes, she made almond cookies.
Well, anything else that I should be waiting
She
for?
made an apple jam, which is really good.
Oh, that's nice.
My mother-in-law.
Your mother-in-law or your mother made
my
the
mom.
apple? Oh,
My
nice.
mother-in-law made fig jam,
Oh.
which is so good. Yum.
That sounds
I
delicious.
had that in my oatmeal this morning.
Maybe if I'm lucky, if there's anything left over next week, I'll get a treat.
There you go. I'll try.
I always
promise.
like treats, Dina.
I'll try. All right. Good night, everyone.
Have a great week.
Oops. Thank you.
Happy knitting.
Bye.